Hey guys, my name is Ray Whitlock. I am here today. We're doing a review of the Phenyx Pro PTM personal in-ear monitoring system. So we're going to do an unboxing today. I'm going to do a short review. I'm also going to do a field test this evening. I'm going to take it to one of my gigs tonight, use it there, and let you guys know how this thing works. My old system is in the 600 megahertz frequency. It is outdated. It's technically illegal. And I wanted to move into a brand new system. And there's a lot of systems out there on Amazon, but they either have just so-so reviews or not good reviews. And this one caught my eye for several reasons, and I had one shipped. I bought it, had one shipped, and we're going to check this thing out. So I'm going to take it out of the box. We're going to go over the pieces, and then we'll do a how to work the thing and do a short review. So here we go. Okay, so the box is empty. The features: all metal construction, black carrying case for the safe keeping. An LCD panel provides system details including channel and group number, operation mode, and lock feature. Simple setup with uninterrupted frequencies to optimize sound performance. Good quality earbuds provide pure and enhanced performance. Works perfectly for both small and large venues, ideal for stage performances, studio recording, lectures, instructions, speeches. Includes metal racks to facilitate professional use. That was one of the reasons that I looked at buying this. Was it came with everything to put it in a rack and use it on stage ready to go. If you aren't going to rack the PTM 10, it's a great hard plastic case. Looks good, it's very heavy, should do really well. Okay, so we've got it open. First things I see are the metal racks. We got both of those. We have a bag with headphones, a couple of different earpieces it looks like, the extension cable to run it from the back of the rack around to the front of the rack so you can put your antenna on the front, some screws, a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch adapter is in there, the power supply, the body pack, it is plastic, but it is not cheap. It doesn't feel cheap. The belt clip is very nice, very tight. It does have the standard really thin antenna on it. A little bit later, after everything goes well, I will put on a different thing to make this stiffer and so that it won't break off. But so far, so good. The actual ear unit itself, the transmitter, is sealed. Almost dropped it. It is all metal. Feels very, very nice. Looks very nice. Everything is in place. Now I have used the bigger name ears. I've used Shure, Sennheiser, Carvin, and all grade and model of those companies. My last one was a Nady PEM 1000. Like I say, it's in the 600 megahertz frequency, which we don't use anymore. And so I'm going to get this set up, and we will put it in the rack, and I'll plug it in here in my studio, and we'll do a test here. And then we're going to take it out to the gig tonight and do a test there. So I have the unit plugged in, stereo, and it is working. The knobs across the front of the unit are: you've got a place for a 1/4 inch headphone jack. You have a headphone volume. this knob controls the input to the unit, which a lot of other units do not have. As you can see, you can take the level up, and I'm sure that's distorted. You can take the level all the way down to the bottom. It is in stereo mode, and I have not plugged the headphones in yet to see how this is going. So we're going to do that right now. Now I have several different in-ear monitors that I like to use, and I'll do videos on those later. But for now, I want to try the stock headphones that come with the unit. We'll get these undone. All right, we'll turn the volume all the way down. Now you guys won't be able to hear this obviously, but at least hopefully I can give you a good idea of what you're going to get and how good this unit is. It actually sounds great. The stock headphones are not bad at all. This, it will get very loud. It got loud enough to distort the headphones, as I expected it would, but the input volume knob right here is how you're going to control, keep it from clipping. You don't want the unit to clip at all. That definitely helps your receiver pack. So on to how to do this in mono and stereo. Okay, one thing I wanted to check for sure was, is it a true stereo unit? So one thing you can do with the body pack is you can click on set and it will take you over to balance. If you go to balance and start moving it, it switches everything into the right ear, which is the direction I went the first time. And when you do it the other direction, it takes it all the way to the other side. So that means that if you ordered a second pack, and I think they're right about 40 bucks on Amazon, you could actually get 2 independent mixes by just panning left or right on the receiver. That if you're a 4-piece band, 2 of these with 2 extra of these, and every band member has their own independent in-ear mix in mono mode only. I'm learning to work this as I go, and if you want to set the channel, the transmitter will automatically scan for the best channel, best group, and change the frequency. You put the receiver close enough to it for the IR window to make contact, and it will lock in automatic to the belt receiver. So that was another thing that I was concerned with, being able to sweep a frequency. Now I know the 900 should be pretty clear at this point, 900 megahertz frequencies, but I wanted to make sure having a single frequency or something like that can be just really bad. You walk in, you get interference, you're not going to be able to change the frequency. This one will change the frequency. There are 89 frequencies to choose from, and so far I am just overly impressed with this. At this point I'm going to go ahead and put all the rack ears on it and get it into my rack and ready to go to the gig tonight. Okay, so if you have a set button here and an up and a down button to make changes, press it once, it scans the room and locks into the belt pack. Press it twice and it goes into group mode. And you can change your group. Press it again, it moves to channel. Again, you can go up and down and change your channel mode. You can change right here from mono to stereo. You can go here and you can manually lock into the belt pack. And then the last one is exit. And then the last button over here is a power button. So on the back, 2 input stereo left and right, your power. You do have a pad switch. It is set at 0. If you go to pad it as a 12 dB pad, it will reduce the volume by 12 dB. Then you have your antenna where it screws on right here. So far, I am absolutely floored at the sound quality that I'm getting through the stock earbuds. Now I'm going to be plugging into, I have a set of Shure SE425 dual drivers. I also have the KZ AS10, 10 drivers, 5 drivers in each ear, and I now prefer those over the Shures. They're also on Amazon. I'll be doing another review on those later. But the stock buds are not bad at all. And so now I'm going to get the rack ears on. I'm going to put it in the rack, and I'll show pictures of that here in just a minute. Got the rack ears on. It does come with the extension cable. Comes with the ears, the pieces. I've screwed it in. We're going to put it in the rack. I also discovered that if you're in mono mode, you want to be in the right input jack for mono mode and not the left. You put it in the left, you won't hear anything. Put it in the right, you're good to go. Okay, I have the Phenyx Pro PTM 10 in the rack. I'm going to put my wireless mic in the rack and then get ready to go to a show tonight. We're going to do a field test. So I got a few more features that I want to figure out on the belt pack, and I'll be doing some video footage on that as well. But so far I am really, really impressed with this unit. Okay, so here we are at the Whiskey Vent Saloon on Broadway in Nashville. We're going to be doing the stage test tonight for the new Phenyx Pro PTM 10 wireless in-ear monitoring system. Anything that I get has to prove itself on stage because it's the only reason I'm getting it. I need it to work. And at the house, this thing was great, so we'll see how this goes now. So, that is the PTM 10 in my monitor rack. I do have a wireless in there as well that I'm using tonight. So far, so good. So, last night was the field test for the Phenyx Pro PTM 10 personal monitoring system. I was extremely impressed with it on stage. It did take me just a little bit to figure out the right balance from the input to the volume on the receiver. Several times I overdrove the earbuds. This thing gets very loud. I'm a deaf musician, and I'm telling you, it gets very loud. So be very careful. I do have the limiter on. The belt pack has an EQ, a limiter, a stereo mono mode, and a lock mode on it. And it will balance. So you can pan it left or right. When it's on, you want to, if you're going to do the balance to pan, just push the set button one time. It'll bring the balance up, and then you can go right or left, whichever direction you want to go. Wait a few seconds, that'll turn off. If you want to go into the EQ setting, which had a little more highs to it, you can hold the set button. It'll bring up the second set of menus, which will be your EQ. Then the next one was a limiter, which I did turn on and use. I had not used that on some of the other systems, but it worked extremely well. The other one is a stereo mono switch, and then the last one is a manual lock. That means that the frequency will not change on the belt pack. It's locked into the transmitter. Overall, the system is fantastic. Do not be afraid to buy this system. Spend a little bit of time with it. Get it dialed in where you want it to be. It was great. I had everything I wanted last night. Once I got it all figured out and adjusted, I really, really recommend the Phenyx Pro 10 in-ear monitoring system. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these as I find really good gear that is inexpensive. Some of the brand names, and you all know which ones I'm talking about, their base model unit starts at $699. That's ridiculous to say $700 for our entry level unit. For $210. on Amazon. You can have an awesome personal monitoring system. You can get rid of the floor wedges. You can go wherever you want to go. I went to the entire length of the bar, and it was great. No dropout at all. I really enjoyed it. I scanned the room when I got there. It stayed on the frequency that I had scanned it here in the studio, and it did a fantastic job. So, I'm going to include a link in the description down below to the monitoring system, the Phenyx Pro. I'm also going to include a link because they now have extra belt packs up, and you can do that. I will try to answer as many questions as I can on there, and to help you guys out. I just don't see any reason to spend any more money than this when this is a great quality product. So I hope to see you soon. We're going to do another review on other products very, very soon.